Idiots.
Of course. I mean, it's just outrageous. And now they're just like trying to sniff out teachers everywhere. Like every week I notice, oh my God, this person, just all out, just witch hunt, you know? But,
well, this is it. And look at these two tweets that they pull out from the Huffington Post piece here, right? It isn't supremacist or hateful to prefer your own people over others.
See,
like how mellow that is.
Yeah, they're trying to make the most basic things, Nazism and white supremacy and evil. And it's funny because at the end of this segment, there was like literally 15 minutes of conversation on the schools because we had talked about feminism most of the time. I said, well, we should have teachers like you. We should all pull together, parents, and hire teachers like you and just build our own schools. Screw this system. Let's do it ourselves. And then we joked around about how all the kids would be scoring so well and it would just be like peace and good times and fun. And everyone would be like, what's their secret over there? Like we made jokes about that, you know? And then it's like, oh my God, white supremacists are scheming to have their own schools. It's like, well, you don't want us there, but then we can't go away. Like, what
well,
is
you
it
can
here?
never win. I mean, remember,
they want to kill us. That's
there have been stories out of some of the other mainstream presses, like Huffington Post, where they are recommending that black students get to segregate to have their own schools, right? They're systematically being discriminated against in white schools, so they go and get their own schools. So it's like, yeah, what's wrong with that? But then when we propose that, to actually... Wouldn't they want to get, quote, white supremacists out of the way? No,
because we have to keep an eye on them at all times. It's outrageous. I mean, there's teachers who are like, oh, communists didn't kill people. Hammers and sickles are awesome. And I mean, there's teachers that talk like this. There's never been a witch hunt of them. It tells you who controls the schools. And I was absolutely right. Prove me wrong with all the things I said in this podcast. Prove me wrong. They're proving us right by this feeding frenzy and this witch hunt, how they want her blood now, this 25-year-old girl, you know, who's just saying basic truths here.
It truly has reached a fever pitch of mass hysteria on par, which we have. And we have made the comparison many times now, but it is a Salem witch trial / witch hunt kind of deal. It's not a trial. It's the earlier stages of that. It basically... Anybody who is not outspokenly hateful of white people are their enemies, and they will go after them relentlessly. And again, the reason why they do this, is for one is to say to delegitimize very reasonable positions and to make examples out of people so that not more girls will follow. This is what it's kind of a, what's that word again? Like a is a ritual defamation, I believe it's called, right? It kind of happens in the mainstream media all the time, where it's basically like you don't get to speak, you don't get to kind of clarify your positions and everything, but it's just a relentless attack on the person, on their beliefs and everything else. To basically, as you say, to drive this politically, so to make sure that no other women would ever want to be subjected to this, so therefore they will never speak up.
And this fear of being doxxed, and it's funny because they're like, she led a double life. She had this white nationalist supremacist podcast. I was literally her like second or third guest. Like, you know, it was brand new. And it was funny because I had a feeling. I was like, are you sure you want me on? I had this feeling something was going to happen. I felt that it was going to happen.